Let's hear it for the starting five of your Philadelphia 76ers. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Maris Buzelis. Starting at center, at 7'6", number 11, Ming Yao. Starting at the other forward position, at 6'8", number 1, Tracy McGrady. At shooting guard, at 6'7", number 12, Penny Hardaway. Starting at the guard position, at 6'8", number 7, Jason Tatumbo.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. In this one, you'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Memphis Grizzlies. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Robertson is out there with Castle. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Butler. And it's Mobley in at the 4 slot. And for the 76ers, we've got Buzelis. Great one out there with Hardaway. Then there's Yao. And it's McGrady in at the 3, the small forward. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Mobley over Buzelis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
The great one passes to McGrady. Here he goes, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Pass to Castle. Outside Butler. Right at the free throw line. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
It's good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Mobley after Tracy McGrady's score. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Buzelis. McGrady kicks to Hardaway. Kessler against Yao. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway with a wide open look. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Butler in the corner. Mobley outside. A stupendous finish in traffic.
And the ever-growing confidence of Mobley inside, he knows these are shots he can make consistently.
Now, here is McGrady, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Launches it from deep. A shot, no good.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
The great one. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Yao. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against them and simply lofting these inside shots up and in.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Butler against Hardaway. Now here's Butler. Defense is right there. That one goes. Count it.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
All the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. Hardaway hits them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Robertson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
In the painted area, it's where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
Yao, good. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
Mobley outside. Kessler setting the pick for Butler. He lobs it up. Kessler, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Good on the triple.
And when he's firing from out there, you know Castle is feeling it.
Here's McGrady, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg is a player. How long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to roll right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
Zion Williamson's checked in for Moose Ellis. And Memphis also making a switch. Markkanen, he's checked in for Castle. Butler, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Yao. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Yao's got 6. The Grizzlies trail by 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
The assist goes to...
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's the great one. That is a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now here's Robertson. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing.
Yeah, recognizing the opening, and Mobley got it to his teammate there on a platter.
Butler against McGrady. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Yao slams it in.
given how big is, he makes alley-oops look easy. Just throw it up his way, and he'll figure out a way to find it and finish.
Here's Butler. Play from Robertson. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Yao.
Grizzlies foul. Oscar Robertson.
Simons. He's checked in for Butler.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Checking in for the Grizzlies. Number 2.
Outside Hardaway. Here's the great one. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williamson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, that's something that Zion continues to work on, and it will only help his game moving forward.
So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Here's the great one, covered by Simons.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Kessler the screen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Yao Ming.
And just able to score in so many ways. Robertson puts the defense there in an impossible situation.
And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers leading by 3. Ice passes to the great one. Over in the corner, Williamson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to the great one. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by Kessler.
And look, Kessler just has a nose for the ball. He is a certified shot blocker.
Robertson kicks to Mobley. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Mobley's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's the great one. And it's sent back by Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Here's the great one. He's got 8. Yao, that's good. Yao's got 10.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Outside, Simons. Mobley outside. The 3. And there's Simons on the assist by Mobley. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Kessler after the Sixers pick up 2. Robertson outside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's the great one missing.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's the great one. 10 points for him. Here's Hardaway. score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Markkanen. Still scoreless. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, from range, Markkanen has such an effortless stroke.
The great one with the bucket.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now here's Markkanen. Kessler the screen. Robertson. And another basket for Memphis.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
The great one with the bucket.
That's just another level to Zion's game that can make him even more lethal.
Memphis has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Here's Simons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Yao Ming. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
O'Neal's checked in for Philadelphia. McGrady comes in for Hardaway. Then for the Grizzlies, Williams is checked in for Walker Kessler. Butler comes in for Evan Mobley. And Trent subbed in for Robertson.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Mobley's checked in.
The assist.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's the great one. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game. And
the previous play is under review. The ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Way to set the table.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Castle. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Castle's got 8 points.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
The great one passes to Hardaway. Now Williamson. Bruzelis, no one around him. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A big answer from Bruzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
To the inside. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. The 76ers trail by 8. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And Bruzelis gets the whistle that
That's
time.
his third personal foul.
And that'll be his third foul so far.
Foul.
Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for
Substitution
Tracy
number 4.
McGrady. The Grizzlies also making a change. Markkanen's checked in. Now here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. Williams a screen on Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Robertson. They get it back. Good, nice job down low.
Robertson.
He's got 16.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
That's his second.
Dan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. To the left wing. Launches it. Castle misses. The 76ers trail by 9. And it's the great one missing. Memphis has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Robertson with it. Now defended by Williamson. And the basket by Castle.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The 76ers number 1. The Grizzlies 4th.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers. The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Robertson passes to Mobley. Back to Robertson. Kicks it out to Markkanen. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The great one passes to O'Neal. Philadelphia moving the ball around. O'Neal is screen on Robertson. Out to Hardaway. Robertson comes with the double team. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Williamson's got 8 points.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
Floats it up for Williams. And stolen by Williamson. O'Neal from long range. They grab their own miss. The great one. Here's Heaney. Off target from three-point range. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's Castle. He's got 14. Williamson with the block.
Well, the speed that Zion gets off the floor, he made the most of it on that one.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Williamson. Stolen by Markkanen. 3 on 3, and is going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here.
For the Sixers.
He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
South Philly, let's get loud and proud for your Sixers.
Grizzlies with some changes. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Mark Williams. And it's Butler in for Lauri Markkanen. And he knocks down the first one.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And give them credit for the work they've done at the line. Nothing new. They're always impressive in terms of free throw shooting, but still worth mentioning.
Here's the great one. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Mobley, left side. Back to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Here's the great one. Covered by Robertson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And now we get a chance to check in on Evan Mobley. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 15 points per, 9 rebounds and 3 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Well, it's because he's someone that understands his role. He plays with confidence and helps provide stability when he's on the floor.
Simons, he's checked in for Robertson. Outside Butler. Pass to Mobley. And again, Memphis no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's the great one. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The great one's got 28 points for the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Kessler. Now Butler. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Here's the great one. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And he gets it to go.
Well, clearly the layup was too easy for him. He had to go to the double clutch to make it a little more challenging.
And the foul called on the great one. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up that shot. Nice try. Come on,
Hey folks, we know you're anxious for the first half breakdown, but a surprise start to the show is only fitting with some early season power rankings. But first, let's rank the most powerful dunkers of all time.
There's only one name on that list. The late, great Darryl Dawkins, man.
Dominique?
Me, but those aren't bad guesses.
Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
Well, one stat in their favor is One, they haven't been racking up turnovers. They've been very precise with the ball movement.
Like a well-oiled diesel machine.
This from the man who averaged more turnovers than assists in his career. Enough said.
No, that's not true.
And that'll do it for half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Assisted by
Tracy McGrady is out there with Buzelis. Then there's the Great One. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Yao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Castle. Going inside, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
One thing this team loves about Castle, his feel for the game, knows how to draw contact.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at another?
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Mobley looking it over. Pass to Kessler. Here's Robertson. Got a hand on it. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Mobley. Good. McGrady's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Robertson. It's blocked. And they get it back. Kessler finds Mobley. And here is Butler. Kessler setting the pick for Butler. There's the drive. 6 to shoot. Pass to Robertson. Second chance shot. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Here's the Great One. Covered by Robertson. Now, here is McGrady. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And the serious dunk to finish it off. And there's the drive, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
It's hauled in by Butler.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Throws it up high and stolen by Yao. For the lead, Mobley with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
From the arc, and the basket by Castle. Castle's got 4 this quarter.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
It's time for dance camp. If you see yourself on the
Price is checked in for Philadelphia.
a round of applause.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best. The Great Ones checked in for Mark Price. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Philadelphia making a change here. Rice is checked in. The Great Ones checked in for the 76ers. Now here's Robertson. He's tightly guarded. Mobley dishes to Robertson. A three-pointer off the mark. The 76ers trail by 6. The Great One passes to Yao. Hardaway for 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Castle. Mobley, a screen on Hardaway. Here's Castle. It's deflected. They retain possession. And Mobley throws it down hard. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. In the corner, it's Mobley. Misses the 3. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Back to McGrady. And it's sent back by Kessler. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's the Great One. He's got 34. Connects from three-point range. The Great One's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Castle. Here's Butler. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
The Great One passes to McGrady. Now Hardaway. Pass to the Great One. Lock at 6. Here's Buzelis. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Buzelis has got 8.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done.
It's stolen by Buzelis. From the wing, Mobley with the block.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And you have to appreciate the reach of me. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And some changes here for the 76ers. Williamson comes in for Buzelis. And Topic, the Great Ones check in for Topic. And Memphis also making a switch. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Castle. Robertson outside. And count it from 19 feet away. Robertson's got 24 points.
What you love about Robertson is that he knows his strength on offense and plays to them with confidence.
Got that one up quick. Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Robertson outside. Sweet move. And he drops it in from the low post. Robertson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Let me hear you.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia.
How about a big hand for your Sixers ENT?
Feet away. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Well, that's a nice effort there on the offensive boards. Markkanen can make a difference there when he's that active.
Outside Hardaway. Stolen by Kessler. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Mobley. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Grady against Markkanen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Now here's Robertson. Tight defense on him. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
Pass to the great one. Out to Hardaway. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway's got 6 in the court.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside, Markkanen. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Williamson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Williamson's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, that's Zion's bread and butter. Absorbing and dishing out contact inside.
Outside, Markkanen. Back to Robertson. That one falls. Robertson's got 28 points for the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's the great one. That is a great finish!
Oh, my.
Power down with both hands.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. The shot's good from Robertson.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And it's Williamson missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Oh, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
And the 76ers with some changes. Yao checked in for Edey. Buzelis comes in for Jermaine O'Neal. And the great one subbed in for Mark Price. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Castle comes in for Anfernee Simons. The great one with the bucket.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Caron Butler. Markkanen is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Robertson. And it's Castle in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Buzelis. Sinks the triple. Buzelis has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable. And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Yao tried to break through. Here's the great one, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. The great one's got 45 points. Outside Butler. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
And
this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not of. Afraid to show it either. With the drive, stolen. Here's the great one. Offline with his three. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Kessler up top. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, when a 7-footer like Kessler goes on the drive, it spells trouble for any defense.
Here's the great one. Markkanen with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And the 76ers making a change here. Rice is checked in. Simons, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. To the paint, here's Williamson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williamson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Williamson is putting together a great performance, really hunting his shots.
Robertson kicks to Simons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The great one passes to Yao. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Kessler.
Luz Ellis is checked in for Philadelphia. Hardaway comes in for Mark Price. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Mobley comes in for Markkanen. And Castle is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
You know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis' head coach had some words for the team during the break. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. And Kessler throws it down.
Assist from.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Pass to the great one. Now here is Hardaway. He's guarded closely. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the great one. And it's good off the back rim and in. The great one's got 49 points in the game. Now here's Robertson. Not a lot of room. Can't cash in from close range.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
They get the rebound. Yao. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
And that's his fourth. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
Mobley outside. Poked away. Here's Butler. And off the front, and in it goes. Butler's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Here's the great one, covered by Robertson, and that one's good. Yao. Yao's got the lead up to 8 now for Philadelphia. Here's Castle. Pass to Robertson. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Assisted
Robertson's
by
got 37.
Castle.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Kessler in the post, defended by Yao. 16 feet away. The shot by Robertson, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Kessler with it. Now McGrady defending. It's tipped.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Here's the great one, covered by Robertson. But great one with the bucket.
What athleticism. That was an incredibly acrobatic move.
Robertson is double. Here's Castle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Buzelis.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Pass to McGrady. Outside Hardaway. Here's Yao. Grizzlies with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
What a play from the rookie. Castle showing this team they can rely on him when it counts.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Oscar Robertson. That's his fourth personal foul. Third team foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot by McGrady, and he banks it in.
He's got all the shots. McGrady makes the mid-range look easy.
But Grizzlies call timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Your 76ers, ENT, give them a hand.
There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Robertson. Yes, to Castle. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
Even in his rookie season, it's easy to see Castle's leadership.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's the great one, covered by Robertson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. Money!
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Kessler passes to Mobley. Off target from outside. So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot.